So she feared giving me the results in the first instance. But then I begged her. I said, look, I came deliberately, and I know why I came. I want to know, because not knowing does not help me either. So I want to know, and feel very, very free. Nothing is going to happen on you.
Welcome to this edition of the Dark Series. We continue with Maj Rubaramira Ruranga. This time, he tells us on his discovery of TASO and how it could help him in fighting HIV and AIDS. Welcome aboard. This production is sponsored by Atkin Properties, dealers in real estates and construction.
After a short time, I wanted to find out whether there was anybody doing anything about HIV. Eventually, I discovered there was TASO. By that time, TASO had started. Remember, Rtd had already died. So Rtd, the late, may his soul rest in peace. He had died. So it so happened that I wanted to find out how, who knows. So I went to TASO. TASO sort of encouraged me, and I went back home. My mind was different. There was a certain European woman, I think from Ireland, who was a counselor who I sat with for a while. And she actually, reactivated my thinking and said, if you live carefully, if you do this and that, you may live a little longer. Maybe by the time you are living, medicine may come. So I got hope. And it is that hope that pushed me into also sharing with other people. Because I said, if this is true, then it shouldn't be true for me alone. Maybe I should get out and share with other people. And I did it contrary to what everybody wanted me to do, because everybody thought people would think I have gone crazy. I'm saying things that are not supposed to be said. This is a very complicated disease. I said, but even if I keep quiet, I'll still die. So I keep quiet. If there is a possibility of any other person learning from me, for me, I would rather share that. Sometimes I wish HIV was Ebola. Because if it was Ebola, people die very quickly, then they would act very quickly. I feel very sad, I feel very disappointed that people sort of sit down and ignore and keep quiet about something that is killing people. Even those who came later than us have bypassed us. Their HIV/AIDS systems are better than ours. We are among the worst in terms of the spread of HIV now, which is very sad. So I don't know what caused the retardation or going back, but I think it is commercialization. I think people focused more on money than on fighting the virus. For example, I have a problem right now, and I want this problem to be fought. There is a policy now on what we call pre-exposure prophylaxis. Now, pre-exposure prophylaxis means giving people ARVs to go and have sex. And because they have taken ARVs, they will not be infected. But those who are giving these people, and they are doctors, it is being led by the institute, I think, no, by the, what is this called? It's a Makerere part of university, I think, Infectious Disease Institute, IDI. Whether they are doing research, whether they're doing whatever they are doing, giving people drugs which have got so bad side effects. They affect the liver, they affect the kidneys, they affect many things, which also can actually create new strains in people, and therefore possibility of resistance to those particular drugs they're using. I have failed to understand it, and I think they need to come out and explain. Surely why give people who are not sick drugs which have got side effects just because you think they want to have sex? Just that? And yet there are condoms which we have failed to publicize, which we have failed to encourage the young people to understand and to cherish and use them. Because the condoms are definitely better than ARVs. They do not only stop infection, but they also stop any other things like unwanted pregnancies and many other sexual diseases. But ARVs will only address HIV. So I just don't know where they got that kind of impudence to think that they'd rather give people ARVs. I think this is neo-colonialism. When Europe or America does things, Africans also want to do things. But we don't have the same social systems, we don't have the same incomes. To try and do what Europe does is very, in my view, is very uncouth. And it's unfortunate, but many people are going to die as a result of those types of experiments. What we need is a bigger job, because what you're talking about is really micromanagement. But I think we need to look at HIV at a macro level. We need to look at HIV as something that has to do with the mindset. So is TB, the mindset, the education, and the people who can easily be educated and learn things. In fact, we could even put this into our educational curriculums. Teach the young people. Put it into real education. Let it be part of education for the young people. That is phase one.
Thank you for being a part of the Dark series. And wait for more and more episodes that talk about experiences of life with HIV and AIDS. This production is sponsored by Atkin Properties, dealers in real estate and construction. Thank you. Bye-bye.